Looking at me now. You should be looking at me now, yes. Right, hold on a minute.
No, I just did the silly was thing, but what I meant was I've tried to, I've moved my window over to my direct actual computer
yeah.
camera. So I'm wondering, am I looking at you now instead of off to the side?
No, you're fine. That looks like quite good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought my screen is smaller than my big 32-inch secondary monitor, but I thought I'll move it over here and I'll try to. I've messed with the size of the windows on it to make the play area bigger. I'm gonna try it this way, so I'll be looking at you more often.
Well, with that size screen, I would say it's a shame to waste that real estate.
Well, I was going through a couple of our other sessions, and I just noticed me in the corner there, kind of looking off into the distance instead of looking at you. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try this way today and see how it flies.
Yeah, fair enough. So, a landmark match this is. It's the last of the 20 factions.
Wait, where's my deck?
Go load it. Go load it.
Go load it. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, so the landmark match, the last of the 20 of BT Tactics, 20 games of dual stockpile, one with each faction. So this could be interesting. So we'll spawn a card and we'll where is it? I should be able to flip
Turn it over.
Yeah, it didn't have the option to.
There it is. Now it's pretty.
I'm going to move that up a touch. Close that there. Okie dokie. So the last faction for me is Diamond Shark, one of the new ones.
There we go. So I'll roll the dice. Even I go first.
Okay. As ever, you get to go first. Yeah.
Go first. So I will.
It'll be interesting to go back and look over the 20 matches and find out how many times you went first.
That would be interesting.
Because I think it's probably more often than not.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
It's entirely possible.
All right. So that's 4 resources off the bat. So is this that Mechless thing again? Is it?
Well, you'll have to wait and find out, won't you?
Okay. I'll draw.
Pass turn.
All right. Hold on a minute. I've got to. So I should draw a resource. That's not working. That's strange.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I have an empty resources. That's strange.
Yeah, where'd that go?
Let me load that. That's better. It's all right.
There you go.
For those of you watching, there is a load to and load your entire deck. I only clicked the load to, which loaded it to my stockpile and not the resource stockpile. So that's where that particular error came from. So might as well do the theory behind. Right, draw a resource, draw another resource. Okay, draw a main card, draw a main card, draw a main card. Oh, that's particularly pitiful. Right, I'm going to draw a resource and I'm going to draw a main. Okie dokie. I am going to play that, tap it, turn that over and put a counter on that. Your turn.
Alright. I will draw 1.
Resources again.
Yes. Resources again. There we go.
So let me guess, you're going to play 2 resources.
Not gonna play. Oh, wrong one.
That's one.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Grabbed the wrong one. I thought I grabbed that one.
It's a friend. Let's
There we go. Okay, we'll do that.
clear markings.
Move
Crimson
out.
Hawk.
Pass turn.
Where did that come from? Because you've only drawn resources.
Well, I drew 1 the first time. Drew a second one. That's all I needed.
No, you draw you've drawn resources.
Yeah.
completely. So you've only drawn from the resource stockpile. Where did the Crimson Hawk?
I drew one from the main stockpile, but only one. There's a method to the madness.
No, I'm just looking at the login of this, and so.
Did I draw one extra?
No. I think you've only drawn from the resource stockpile, which is why I'm a little bizarre as to why there is a Crimson Hawk on the table. Top is a resource. So you drew 5 resources.
Yep.
And then that's you. And then you drew resource and resource. That's from his, yeah. That's really strange.
That's very strange.
It might be a configuration thing because
there it is, right there. It says Darth Pop draws a card from stockpile. It's right above plays and assembly.
Plays. I don't see that. See, after me putting a construction counter down, so it says Silly Wiz performs construction +1 to a face down card.
Oh, this where it says here where you loaded a deck.
Yeah.
You move a card from the top of your resource stockpile to your hand.
Yeah, that was actually drawing my first card. I'm talking below that. So if you look at the last Silly Wiz line, it says performs construction to +1 on a face down card.
All I can go by is, I can see.
No. Okay.
Is there a way for me to share my screen with you?
No, don't worry. So if at the very bottom of the text, you've got an assembly and the munitions. You play the Crimson Hawk, you play the munitions, you play the assembly, you play the assembly, and before that, it's just got 2 resources on it.
Okay.
So it just says you drew from your resource and drew from your resource, which seems strange. Because my logs basically says you have drawn 7 cards from your resource stockpile, which can only contain resources.
That's correct.
So
That's correct. I've drawn 7.
So where's the Crimson Hawk come from?
From the main card.
But
from the main deck.
You haven't drawn from the main deck, as far as I can see. Because you've drawn.
It's there from my stockpile. It's there. It's in the log. Let's see if I go all the way to the top.
Yep.
Then blah 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 blah.
You roll a 6.
Spawn card. Roll the die.
6.
Draw a card from stockpile, resource.
So you drew 5 cards straight off.
Then after that, after all the resource stockpiles, there's draws a card from the stockpile.
Ah, I see. So that was your first draw after the 5 to start. Gotcha. Now I understand where that's come from. Okie dokie. Right. Untap all.
For those of you wondering what's going on.
Draw a resource. Oh, for God's sake. Don't believe this. Tap that for 1. Put out a war funds. Tap the war funds for 1. And put a construction on there. Scrap the war funds. And play one of those because that's what I want. Hide that, shuffle that, and that's 1 deployment, isn't it? So I'll tap that to play another war funds, and I can clear this, and the Kit Fox comes out.
There he is, kids. All right. Okay, let's go here.
So is it Jade Falcon, Wolf, or Diamond Shark match off? That really isn't the hand I wanted. Okay. So what are you up to?
All right, so that's
2 stockpile cards, okay. Arctic cheetah. One for each.
Alright. I'll swing with the Crimson Hawk.
What's that? Stockpile, is it?
Yep.
Overheating? I'm not blocking, I can't.
Why can't you block?
Well, because the Kit Fox is moderate and the Crimson Hawk is moderate, isn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot that. Yeah, I'll swing for that. Take 4.
Okay, you take 4. We'll take care of that. Move out. Pass turn.
Untap all. Draw a card. Typical. Draw another card. Right. I will tap that for 1. And I will tap 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 for a thank you. Turn.
Enough. One.
Yep.
2.
This looks like my deck.
Starting to, huh?
Mm.
Alright. Pass turn.
Untap all. Draw remain, draw remain. Okay. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, tap 4 for a fire moth.
Ah, there he goes.
Second deployment. Scrap the war funds, scrap the war funds, just because I should do them separately realistically, but I'm going to do them together just because it's easy. For 2 of those. None and shuffle. Tap 1, tap 2, and turn that over.
Ah. Everybody's diamond shark today.
Stockpile.
Well, in for penny, in for pound. take a chance.
That's an ABBA song.
So I've got a grand total of 6, 4, 10. I'll put 6 on the Hankyu and 4 on the Fire Moth.
So 4 from the cheetah. 4. So you're overheating the Hankyu C.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
You've got enough firepower to kill them both. Might as well.
I am going to play Covering the Retreat as a mission, which allows me to untap my Hankyu Prime. Okay. I will overheat the Fire Moth and deal 1 damage to your Hankyu C, which should be enough to kill it. And I will allocate 4 from the Fire Moth to the Arctic Cheetah, killing that.
So both of my guys are gone.
Yep. My Dasher goes. Untap you may untap any or all of your engaged units control and remove them from the battle. So they go from the battle, and now I'll hit your stockpile with the Hankyu for 3.
There it is. 1, 2, 3.
Okie dokie. Over to you.
There we go.
And I screwed up with the war funds. But hey ho.
Well, so much for my tempo. That's how it goes, that's how it goes. So, put that out.
Another assembly. And the Hankyu C.
Faster.
Right. Untap all. Draw a card. Draw a card. Well, that's annoyingly unfortunate. What am I going to do here? I'm going to play that one. And I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 for an Arctic Cheetah. And we'll go for your stockpile.
Yep, you will. So we're back to this again. Question is which one? We'll put it all on the Hankyu Prime.
Fine. Yeah.
We'll put 6 on it.
You'll put 6 on it. That's fine. I will long range 2 with the Crimson Hawk. The Hankyus end up in the scrap heap. Arctic Cheetah comes out to play.
Alright. So back to untap all.
Cool. Hang Yankee, Suplav, Kit Fox, Fire Falcon. Okay.
Oops.
So this is a Jade Falcon deck then, is it?
Well, it might be.
Yeah, it is. It has to be because the Predator's the only Jade Falcon card. Jade Falcon only. Fair enough. What we got?
Leave it away.
Kit Fox and a Crimson Hawk. Okay. Untap all. Draw a card, draw a card. Ooh. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Kit Fox. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3 for an Arctic Cheetah. That's moderate, that's moderate. I'll send the Arctic Cheetah over to your stockpile for 4.
I won't be able to do anything about that.
Okay, there comes the other cheetah. Fire Falcon, Kit Falcon. I am Jade Falcon and Hanky. Okay, that's quite nice. Your turn.
No. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it.
Did I draw? Did I draw?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did.
You have to play.
Stockpile, stockpile. Okay. Yeah, I've paid a mission card. That's what I'm one down. Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. So. There.
5. Oh god. What we got here? Oh, Arctic Cheetah and another Crimson Hawk.
Move these back to guard. Move these guys out past turn.
Okie dokie. Draw a main, draw a main. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Kit Fox. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3 for Hanky Prime.
Be a mirror match. Good grief.
It looks that way, doesn't it? Yes. We will send the Kit Fox and the Crimson Hawk over.
I'll block with the Crimson, with the Kit Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put. I'll put all 4 on the Crimson Hawk.
Okay. You're gonna die anyway on that, so I will. It doesn't matter if I overheat on that anyway, so I'll punch 2 through long range.
Yep.
And your Kit Fox dies.
He does.
Okie dokie. Pass turn. Oh, that was a really stupid move on my part. I shouldn't have passed turn there, but still. And I should have declared a long range from the Kit Fox as well. That was awful. That was a really, really bad.
Oh, it does long range.
It was a really bad play on my part. I don't know which planet I was on for that. Not planet Earth, planet reality impaired. There's 1. There's 2. Fire Falcon.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
And what shall we do with all these? Send both those back. guard. Move everybody else up front. Here we go. Pass turn.
Okie dokie. Untap all, draw a card, draw a card. Ooh, that's really bad. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3 for a thank you. How am I going to play this? That's a 5. We'll send the 2 Kit Fox H's over towards your stockpile.
I'll block with 1, overheat onto one of them.
Okay, so you're going to go bang, you're going to overheat, so that means I only need 3 to kill you, which I've got plenty of. So I will push 2 through long range.
Got it. Long range is going to kill me.
And then your Crimson Hawk dies.
Yes, he does.
We'll send the Arctic Cheetah H and the Hanky Prime, or the Hanky Prime and the Hanky H over.
Yeah. No way I can kill them both.
Well, there is, but you've got to commit to it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that means he wouldn't do that unless he's got some sort of another mission sitting in his pocket.
Or I'm happy to trade, because 1 for 1 at the moment
is it?
Well, that's the interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Sure, we'll block with everything.
You're going to block with everything, okay.
That'll give us 8.
So you're
and
blocking
3 or 11.
Yep.
So we'll just go ahead and put no need to overheat. So we'll put 6 on the Hanky Prime and 5 on the Cheetah.
Okay, so what's assigning damage to what?
Okay, so I've got 4 here and 4 here.
Yep.
And I'm dividing up the other 4 from here, so that's it's going to be.
So it's 4 direct across, and then the Crimson Hawk's 3.
The Crimson Hawk is going to overheat to give us. Well, I don't need to, but I know if I don't, something's going to happen. He's gonna. I have a sneaky suspicion he's gonna die anyway. I think he'll be the target of choice, but I may be wrong there. I'm not sure, because you're only looking at doing 7. All right, take a chance, and we won't overheat. So we'll go ahead and do the Crimson Hawk will put an extra 2 on the Hanky Prime and the extra 1 on the Cheetah.
Right, so that's 2, 2, and 1. You're not overheating, okay. So I am going to, okay, seems right. I will play pivot to flank. Choose a blocking. Play only when you attack with one or more fast mechs. Well, they're both fast. Choose a blocking unit and remove it from the battle. I am going to remove the Arctic cheetah.
Okay.
I think. Hold on. That was that was 4 for 4. So that's going 6 to there. No, I'll remove the Fire Falcon.
Okay,
So
because he was putting it all on the Hankyu Prime,
yes,
so that's
yes,
only going to leave
yeah,
2 on the Hankyu. Only one's going to go through,
yeah.
and the cheetah's dead.
The cheetah will die because you did 1 plus the 4. So I will deal 4 from the cheetah to the other cheetah, so that dies. Both cheetahs die. And the 3 from the Hankyu Prime I will allocate to the Crimson Hawk, and that takes a damage. Cool. Turn.
Kidoke. Oh, almost to the brutal stage, kids.
Oh, excuse me.
No, not that. Alright, there we go. Oh, that didn't help. Alright. Well, we'll have to do it like this.
Okay. Another cheetah. And another Kit Fox. I'm going to move that there so I know you've made both.
Yeah. So we'll move him back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm on defensive. I can't do anything right now. Alright. So move them out past turn.
Untap all, draw a resource card and draw a main card. Let's play one of those. Actually, I shouldn't play that yet. I should tap that to remove a damage counter on the Hankyu because of the phases.
There you go.
I will play 1 tactics. I will tap, tap, and tap 3 for another Hankyu.
Thank you very much.
How do I want to do this? Not actually a good move, really. Okay. Send those 3 across.
There you go.
Thank you, Prime, Kit Fox H, Arctic Cheetah H.
Alright, it's going to be these two.
Right, which 2 are we talking about? The Kit Fox G.
Here.
Sorry?
Yeah, the Kit Fox G and Crimson Hawk. Guys up on the front line.
Got them there, okay.
Alright, so we've got everybody's at 4. So I've got to overheat. That's a total of 4. I've got to put all 4. Guy just keeps killing me. I can't take out the other guy, so I got to put all 4 of his.
So you're putting the Crimson Hawk
onto the right there.
So you're putting 4 from. You overheat the Crimson Hawk for 4 and allocate that to the Hankyu Prime.
Yes.
Cool.
And he's going to allocate the extra 5th point necessary to kill that.
Okay.
And then his
that leaves you with 2 in a missile.
Other 2 are going to go to the cheetah.
Okay.
And the missile. Let's throw the missiles. See what we get. 1.
So that's another 1, but it's got ECM from the Hankyu, so that survives with 2. So let me just clear that. Sorry, let me just tap that and put 2 damage. 2 damage on it. Okay. So the Crimson Hawk needs 1 because it's got ECM from the Kit Fox and overheats, which I can do from any of them. And the Kit Fox G needs 5 to kill, which again I will do any of them. And I will long range 1 on the Kit Fox H.
Okay.
And then I will play
both my guys gone?
Both your guys are gone, and I'm going to play an overrun. So that untaps, and that untaps. And they go. And I long ranged 1. Can't remember if you scrapped it or not. Yeah, you did. So we'll send those 2 over again.
Yeah, here we go.
In fact, I probably shouldn't have done that, but still.
We will go ahead and double block.
Okie doke.
No more ECM. So we'll put 4 on that guy.
4 on that guy. 4 on that guy. 4 on that guy. Everything dies.
Everything dies.
Okie doke.
Reset. Accept that.
Yeah. And then I'll hit you for 3 with the remaining Hankyu Prime. Turn.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Ugh.
Another Predator, another Firefly.
Jim, dead in the water.
I haven't even pulled any of the tricks off yet either.
Oh no, yeah, they're coming, I'm sure.
For anyone watching, that's the trick.
Oh, I have to do that. Oh, snap. Yeah, we're pretty well done here. All right, Well, that being the case, that will make a difference. So put him out.
Fire Falcon. Yeah, you got them tapped. Okay,
Yeah.
and you're putting another for a war fund. Okie dokie. Put it in the right place.
Yeah. And I have to pass turn.
Untap all. Draw a card. Oh, that's nice. Let's draw one of those. Well, that's really poor. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Kit Fox E. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Kit Fox H. Attack your stockpile with both thank you.
Yeah, block and kill one.
Assign 4 to 1.
Let me see. Let me assign 4 to 1.
Okie dokie.
Oh, wait. That's the wrong one. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to block. Throw all 4 on one of them. Doesn't matter which.
There we go, because they've got ECM. 6 to you. Those 2 come out. Turn.
Not sure why I'm bothering you at this point, but that's okay. He wants to play his tricks, so let's go ahead and do that.
I don't think I'm going to get to play them, or at least I'll have to talk you through them. But,
Oh,
hey,
I guarantee it'll happen.
I doubt it.
Shocked if you don't. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Oh, that'll get that. And that'll get that.
And there's your Kit Fox. Okie dokie. There's a hanky
6. And we'll go ahead and scrap that.
Okay. Off goes the war fund.
You go there. Go to resource. No. Put it back. Go to the resource stockpile. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. And show me that. Thank you. Alright, and the tapped thing plays for that.
Oh, star assignment officer. So you got
will go
4
up
and
back
2,
to
6.
him.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Right,
5,
and
6.
we will tap him.
And put out what we got. A predator, I suspect.
I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll put him on that. Pass turn.
Untap all. What do I want to draw? I want to draw that and that. Oh, yeah. Tap that to repair 1 there. Tap 1, tap 2 for a Kit Fox. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3 for another Hankyu. We'll put those 2 and those 2 together. We will.
Yeah, sure will.
Yeah, we'll send those 2 over to your stockpile.
Yeah. Well. We'll block that pair with him. We'll put all of it on the Hankyu.
So that's 4 to the Hankyu, which takes 3, which is enough to kill it. We kill the Kit Fox, and we'll use the long range from the other one to punch one through.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah, and then we'll send the other 2 over.
And we have to block there. So that's a total of 5. We'll put all 5 on the Hanky Prime again.
Okie dokie. Obviously,
We've
you.
gone every single one of those suckers. Well, I haven't done. I don't think I've touched your stockpile this
No,
game, have I?
no, you haven't. So the Hanky's going to die, and I'll shoot one through from the Kit Fox.
Yeah.
I have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, and the one that's on the table. So yes, I have drawn probably the better half of them. But then likewise, there are other units in this deck that I haven't drawn any of. So it's just, yeah, that's the lackey shuffle, isn't it? We know it's not great. So
You gotta love it.
yeah, yeah. Okie
All
dokie.
done?
Yeah, all done. On a G.
And
And a Crimson Hawk. Oh, they're both moderate. And a Predator on something or other as well.
put him on. Sure, we'll put him on the Kit Fox. Why not? Pass turn.
Untap all. Draw a card. Draw a card. Typical. That really is not what I wanted in an absolute long way. So that's going to be my first deployment. That's going to be my second deployment. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that one. We'll send those 3 over.
We'll block with everything.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. We've got we'll overheat 1 for there.
So that's 4.
We don't have
5,
anything over there that's going to
6 and a missile.
So we'll put 4 on there.
Okay.
And we'll put 5 on one of these guys.
5?
Oh, and
how'd you get 5?
well, because we can't. Well, actually, just need to put 4. Sorry, 4 on this guy here, and we'll throw the missile at this guy here.
So right, so let me be clear, because this guy here doesn't really help. So the Crimson Hawk is going to overheat and deal everything to the Kit Fox. That's a straight square off. The Kit Fox G,
actually,
which
I have initiative. You need to do your stuff first.
I
get initiative from the pilot.
Yeah, you're correct. I will allocate 4 from each Kit Fox. So let's keep the pairs as they are. I will allocate 4 from the Kit Fox E to the Kit Fox G. I will allocate 4 from the Kit Fox. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to allocate. Right, let me rephrase this. 3 from the Kit Fox E to the Kit Fox G.
Yeah.
And hold on, let me do the maths here. No, I'm not. No, let me wipe the slate. 4 from the Kit Fox E to the Kit Fox G. Okay.
Right.
Down the bottom, 4 to 4. Okay. Kit Fox H, I'm allocating 4 to the Crimson Hawk. It's probably going to overheat anyway. And I am going to. No, actually, I'm going to allocate 3 from the Kit Fox and push 1 through. The Kit Fox E, I'm going to push 1 through, and then I'm going to allocate 2 of the remaining to the Kit Fox G and 1 to the Crimson Hawk.
Okay.
So that should be 2 through from the H and the top E. 4 matches across, and then the middle E is doing 2 to the Kit Fox G and 1 to the Crimson Hawk, just to make sure.
Yeah. They're all dead.
Both of yours will be, and I'm punching 2 through.
Yep, I already moved to Hank, you and I am Jade Falcon are all gone.
Thank you. Very good of you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome.
Right, and you're killing off the Kit Fox E and the Kit Fox H.
There you go.
And then I can stick you for 3 with the hand cube.
Yep.
Which means you can draw.
Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. And that leaves us with 5. We'll draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
Get it over with. Move them out. Pass turn.
Yep. Untap all. Draw a card. Draw a card. Okay, that's cool. My first deployment is going to be for a war funds. I'm going to tap the war funds and put 1 counter on there. I'm going to scrap the war funds and go and get something of my choice. God knows what I'm going to get. What do I want to get? We'll put a logistics in play. And that's 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, clears that, and 1 of those and 1 of those puts a Kit Fox out.
You bet.
Cool.
Nice.
Turn.
There you go. Yeah, I'll just draw it out.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Draw them out. Why not? Pass turn. Go ahead.
Draw a card, draw a card. Okie dokie. Untap all. Scrap. Tap 1 for war funds. Turn that over and play that card as my second deployment. Tap the war funds for 1 and add 1 construction counter. Scrap the war funds. Go and look for something that I like the look of. I like the look of that, which I will tap 1 to pay for it.
Yep.
And then I will now reveal to all, none, and shuffle my resources. And then I will tap another 1 and another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters onto this one. Okay, this is going to scare you. Okay, because
past that phase a long time ago.
Because this is great. This is
one you've been waiting for, kids.
This is a holographic decoy. Yeah, for every 3 counters above the cost of this card, you may choose a unit and tap it.
There you go.
So we'll tap the Fire Falcon and we'll tap the Kit Fox.
There you go. Took care of that.
And we'll head over to you with the Nova Cat. In fact, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Well, I've only got 1 card in the stockpile.
Yeah.
Everything you have can push 1, except for the Hanku.
I know.
Other than that, everything you've got's gonna push 1.
I know.
That's all it takes.
I know.
Okay.
You gonna block or not?
Where are these 2 guys tapped?
Because holographic decoy.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go ahead and block right there. Boom.
Okay.
Now what?
Die horribly.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Fine. In fact, I think you do damage to me. Okie dokie.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so this is purely for demonstration purposes. I am going to tap all 3 of those and send those over to your stockpile.
Requiring me to block, okay.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done it that way, but still, no, I should. I I shouldn't have done it that way. Are you happy that this game is over and I can do this as a demo?
About 4 rounds ago, at least. Yeah.
Oh, sugar! I've untapped everything. That's tapped, and all of those are tapped. Attack with the Kit Fox.
I have to block.
You have to block. Mutual destruction, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. So then I attack with these two. Okay, and I know you've got 1 card left and that's game over. But I would play acquiring resources. The mission card.
Yeah.
For each engaged unit gains a loot counter. So this is why we then put this generic counter on here. So each of these gains, sorry, let me generic counter mine. So they gain a loot counter. Okay. In my next deploy phase, I can take those loot counters off there and get 2 resources for each counter.
Yep.
That's what,
one of the fun things that Diamond Shark does. They've got, they're in business.
Yeah. But the idea is to attack in with small units in large numbers to get those counters up, and then you either put your Nova Cat on the table, or the next turn you tap all of the blockers and use holographic decoy.
Either way.
Yes, what I'd got with the missions going on was I was playing with that one and this one. So these are my 3 missions that kind of keep you on the ropes. This is a bit like Marek with Blitzkrieg, Final Push, and Forge mission orders, because whichever way you play it, you don't know, and there are too many options. So the ideas with these 3 are: 1, if I attack with 3 and you block with 1 and it dies, I overrun it and then I can attack again, and then I play acquiring resources. So that's the overrun one done. Covering the retreat, play when blocked, choose a unit you control. You may untap all your other engaged units. So if I attack with 3 and you block with, say, 2, I can sacrifice one of mine and untap mine, so I can then attack again because you're tapped out. So both of those allow me a second attack effectively, and pivot to the flank allows me that if you block with 1, that I can then remove the blocker, and then I can jump, because then my mission is effectively unblocked if I'm attacking the stockpile. Which allows me to play acquiring resources and boost the cards that are going to end the game for me. My game breakers are either holographic decoy or this very snotty Nova Cat. I would also say that I put the Nova Cat in because you whinge and moan that I don't play enough faction mechs. The card I really wanted to put in there was the Supernova, the one that you've updated, because it's got long range 6.
Right.
It's just gross when long range 6. Every time shooting 6 through is just crazy.
There's not a lot of them to do that.
Yeah.
Count them on the fingers of one hand.
Oh, just crazy. So for anyone else watching at home, that's basically it. 1 overrun, a couple of covering the retreats, a couple of pivot to flanks, acquiring resources, and holographic decoy. The other cards I have are Teeth of the Diamond Shark, the super duper card, because it's just gross, because it does so much. And Damon Clark's Legacy is just mental as well.
Now, how many non-mech cards have you got in your main deck?
1, 2, 5, 9, 10, 14.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy for you. You don't normally run that much.
No.
Over the past week, I've been thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? So I went back and walked through a couple of our playthroughs that we've done, and checking your decks, I've noticed that you have a tendency to run maybe half a dozen non-mechs in most of your decks, and then everything else is, the small 2 and 3,
Well,
maybe 4 cost. And so I thought, maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Maybe I'll take a note and I'll run,
okay,
a half dozen of my own. As you see, it didn't work out for me at all.
it did work out for you. The thing that made the difference was one of those missions. When you watch this back and you go back to the start, where I draw the dasher H, I attack with 2, and you block with 2. And I know that 2 for 2 is a fair trade, but what I managed to do, because you declared first and it was the Crimson Hawk that overheated, no, it was the Hankyu C that overheated, was I could then remove my Hankyu Prime from the battle, keeping it alive, and trade the Dasher H for 2 of yours.
Yep.
And that on about turn 3 or 4, when you look through the game, gave me the impetus. It changed the impetus from you to me, effectively.
No,
Because I was managed.
That part.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else I could have done.
You couldn't.
Should I have not double blocked?
The trouble is that if you don't double block, you need to be in a position to trade. So
Which I'm not gonna. It's a no-win situation for me. If I don't double block, I can't kill at least one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wind up losing both of mine. If I only block with just one, I don't get to kill anything.
Exactly.
And I'm right back where I started from.
Exactly, and that's one of the arts of missions, is being able to, if you can, put your opponent in a position whereby they can't win. I could have decided to keep the card, and I'd have traded 2 for 2. Now, the trade of 2 for 2 is fairly even for me. I think your Hankyu C was 4 resources, my Dasher was 4, your Kit Fox was 3, your Arctic Cheetah was 3, mine was 3. So on a resource trade, we're trading the same amount of resources. I've spent 7 for mine and you spent 7 for yours. So that's a fair trade in that respect. But when you're looking at units, then for me, at that point in the game, keeping one of mine alive and being able to trade 1 for 2 and keeping a board presence. The board presence is basically 2 each. And I was in a position to manipulate that so that I can attack, and you've probably got a block. Depending on what you declare, I can either play the mission or accept it for what it is. If you don't overheat your Hankyu, then I trade my Dasher for the Hankyu and overheat it, and that gives me 5, and I can kill the Hankyu and maybe the other unit. I think I can kill both if I overheat the Dasher, and I've got options, and that's the thing about attacking, because your defender has to declare first, and that's a bit of an art, putting yourself in the best position possible. The only thing that would have changed that would have been a mission card played by yourself.
I had a few mission cards in there, but I never got to draw any of them.
Yeah. I mean, going back to the deck lists, then in dual stockpile, you're effectively playing with a 72 card deck, of which 24 are separate, will never get scrapped. What I've found is that, and you're an interesting player with this, you draw 4 from the resources straight off.
Yes.
I found
that whether you're playing standard or whether you're playing DSR, if you don't establish a solid resource presence on the board, you go under.
That's true, but what happens if the one mech that you draw costs 8?
Well, then you wind up drawing something else that sits in your hands, like anything else that you draw that you can't play right. Or if you only draw a mission,
Yeah,
you know, it
that's
doesn't
true.
matter what it is. If I can establish, and then in that situation, what I found next, what happens is next turn I play two more resources. Now I have 4 resources on the board, or 3 if I'm going first, and that's usually puts me ahead as far as resource, and now I can build what's coming up.
Yeah, but that also invites somebody to attack your stockpile. Because if you've played 4 resources, they've probably got a unit on the table. So by playing 4 resources, you're probably taking a stockpile hit, and that hit
Yep.
is units and missions and commands.
Yep.
So I tend to go, well, because your deck is now 48 cards, and you can draw a resource pretty much when you want. I feel that you need to give yourself that reliability. If you look at a traditional 60 card deck, most people advocate 24, 12, 24, or at least it's a great place to start. Trim it, adjust it afterwards, fine. 24 resources, 24 mechs, 12 others. And the reason for that is when you draw your opening hand, you should get 2 resources, 1 of those others, and 2 units. Now, in DSR, you don't get that. You don't get that because you manipulate, or you are in control of where you draw from. So what you end up drawing is probably, and if you go back and look at a lot of my games, I probably draw 2 resources and 2 from the main deck, and depending on what I draw another one. So if I draw 2 resources and I get a black market and a war funds, I will probably draw another resource. And I will probably draw 2 units, or 2 from the main deck, which could be a mission, could be a command, but the chances are I get a unit. And in order to give me that, I find that you probably need 30 plus units in those 48 cards in order to give you that draw of a unit early on.
It's fair.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in some games I've played more than that. Some games I haven't even played with commands, or I've played with very few commands and very few missions. I think I played a missionless one the other week. I think that was the Rasselhag one that didn't have any missions in it. You know, so it is deck variant, but I find that if I don't do that, I don't get that reliability. And in the original game, you might say 6-2 cost, 6-3 cost, 6-4 cost, 6-5 cost. You know, you look at the classic Boo Wolf that Peter Sundholm rolled. Dasher at 2, Fenris at 3, Phantom B at 4, and Phantom A at 5. Then you've got a built-in curve. But because here your deck is much bigger, and you are not drawing as many cards, because you're drawing from your resource pile, you need to go bigger than that or broader than that on the numbers in order to give you reliability. And although I think I had some not great draws along the whole series of 20, I think generally my draws were reasonably reliable, i.e. I got something out early, and I was able to either put pressure on or defend or whatever else. And that, I think, is down to deck design and choice of unit more than it is luck and draw from whatever it is that you're drawing your cards from. So that's been quite an interesting journey with Dual Stockpile.
Your your deck design capabilities tend to shine here in DSR. You've taken advantage of the
extra cards, basically,
parameters, and done very well. This was my shot at trying to mirror, some of your design philosophy in it, which is different than mine as far as approach to deck building. Didn't work out this time.
Well, to be honest with you, to be straight and honest with you, it didn't work out because I had a mission that allowed me to exploit that particular situation at that time. Okay, fine, you can say yes, you've got to have it in your. I mean, one of the things is the card has got to be in your deck for you to play it. If it's not in your deck, there's no way you're going to play it. So you have to put it there, and that's part of it. But you've got to play it. And I was umming and ahhing about playing it, and I'm thinking, is this too early? Because 2-on-2 is okay. And then you're thinking, well, he's kind of mimicking what I've got. So if I can get a situation where I can trade favourably 2-for-1 and keep my other unit alive, then that's going to give me the tempo. And that's why I also played the other mission cards early. I played Overrun much earlier than I would normally have done. I would normally have used that for a killing blow. I played Covering the Retreat and Pivot to Flank way early. They were there designed to go with acquiring resources and play 2 missions, which is why most of my units actually have jump. I think there's only 1 unit in. There's a actually there is the Uller H and the Dasher H don't have jumps. There's only 6 units in there that don't have jump, so I could always jump and double mission if I wanted to. And that was the idea of the deck, but I kind of threw it out the window because, well, the missions and the outputs of the missions were so profitable for tempo that it made sense to play them. There was nothing to be benefit, or there was no benefit of not playing them at that point. And you adjust your strategy, and you know you adapt accordingly, you know, and you know I explained the strategy, you know, playing acquiring resources. There are 4 in the deck. I've drawn, how many cards am I on? I'm on 26.
Yeah.
So there are 4 in the deck. I've drawn half my deck and I've got 1, and that was a late draw basically. Only drew that at the end and played it just to show off the combo, so to speak. So that's probably the other thing to say is that it's all right having a strategy and the cards and the idea behind the game, or how you want to play it, you know, and you know, this is the combo I'm trying to pull off. But if you don't have the cards in your hand, you can't play them. So you just have to adapt accordingly. And I just thought, you know what, I might as well play that mission because it gives me that benefit. And you know, that was it. You know, I mean, the other week with the Marek deck, you had me. You know, full stop. You were winning. It was only because of Blitzkrieg that I won that game when I hit you for 25 at the end. You know, you were on top of it. You know. Okay, it's Marek, it's Blitzkrieg. You know, anyone playing tournaments, it's Marek, it's Blitzkrieg. Don't forget to block. But if you go back and look at that,
I messed up a couple things on that matchup.
Yeah, I messed a load of stuff.
Might have given me an edge.
Yeah, I messed a load of stuff up here. I should have attacked at one point. I forgot to punch one through. Loads of things you miss. You know, there's a difference between playing a bit of a casual game every so often and being tournament sharp. And I think the other thing is BT2 cards are still very, very new. I know they've been out for a while, but you know, I can't name them. I can't tell them what they do. There's so many of them. Whereas if you ask me about the original game set, I'd probably tell you because I know them all. You know, so you're thinking, oh, you know,
you've been playing with it for 20 years.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, I've probably been playing with this for 20 weeks. You know, so you know.
Well, the nice thing about what we've done is, considering folks are still making new decks with the original set, okay, what we've done here is we've more than doubled, you know, all the cards that are available, probably tripled. And I think that, you know, what we've done when you add it to the original set, you're going to be playing all this stuff for the rest of your life, and probably still never come to the end of what's possible.
Well, I've tried. It's probably the best way to describe it. I've
Oh no, you've
tried.
done well.
I've tried to incorporate BT2 cards in, and I've tried to give some synergy with the original game. I know with the decks that Mitch and I have done, and stay tuned for more news, folks, because we're going to be going through those and hopefully playing those as well as demos and stuff.
Oh yes,
And they'll be
looking
they'll
forward
they'll
to
be
that.
available, but they are BT2 cards only. And the reason for that was obviously the original basic 8 or 12 or whatever else were original game cards, and we didn't see the point in mixing them up. That was kind of mixing them up was kind of where we've gone with this series. I mean, when you look at the Diamond Shark stuff, if you go and search for Diamond Shark, and let me just do this here and now, and you look at the commands, you look at it's a pilot, isn't it? What is the Diamond Shark pilot? The Shark. He's all about resource counters. Diamond Shark are just about resources. I mean, I don't like the Shark.
That's their main focus.
I don't like the Shark. I don't like the text on it. One attack, one initiative, fine. Mech piloted Shark attacks a site and is unblocked. Draw a card if the site is the stockpile. I'm not sure I want to draw a card. Because remember, your stockpile is your life. Otherwise, that mech gets a loot counter, and we've just seen the loot counters. If you can get loot counters, they're great. Diamond Shark with loot counters is potentially gross. And then you also have not Ian Hawker, you have the Damon Clark's Legacy, but you have Barbara Sennett. Barbara Sennett is a crazy. She's like a cross between merchant cast and resource broker. Put a merchant counter on her, gain R for each merchant counter on her. When you tap her, next turn you tap her, there are 2 counters, so you get 2. Tap her the next turn, she's got 3 counters on it, you gain 3. She is a resource monster if you can keep her around. So there are loads and loads of Diamond Shark stuff all about resources. So the question is, what do you do with those resources? Because you're going to need an early game presence. You're going to need to have some cheap units in there. Do you go and stick them on your Novacat A? Yes, you could use that to build big mechs. The one I wanted to play was it's not Diamond Shark. It's the Supernova. This Supernova. Where is it? Supernova modified. 399 overheat 4+3 long range 6.
Yeah.
It's just incredibly snotty, as my friend would say. Yeah, so you can use it for that. But I was thinking, well, yeah, I can smack the crap out of somebody with a Supernova if I got it on the table quite happily. But what happens to all my other units? And if I don't draw my Supernova or I don't get my resources, it's a dead card in my hand. And that's where I was thinking about Holographic Decoy, because that taps out my opponent. And the other thing with that is if you've got acquiring resources and you've tapped your opponent out with Holographic Decoy, you attack with everything. And then the next turn you get 2 resources for each of your units, and you either recur Holographic Decoy with Black Market, or you go and play your Novacat. I mean, if you've got 2 unstoppable hits against the stockpile because you've tapped your opponent out with Holographic Decoy, and these little Kit Foxes and Hankyus are doing 4 a time. If you've got 4 of those and you hit him for 6, you hit for 16, and then you untap and hit him the next turn for 16. That's practically game over. And that's the other thing with your stockpile. People forget that your deck is smaller, because you only attack the main deck, not the resource deck. And that's 48 cards, not 60. And that is a big difference. That's 20% less. So arguably you could say you've got 20% less time to finish the game. And normally you would probably say a game is 10 turns. In dual stockpile, it's probably 8.
That's fair.
Because you've got less cards, and therefore, if you are not fast and on the ball, or you don't get on with it, you're going to lose. So, I really should sit and do a little cast about my experiences of dual stockpile, what I like, what I don't like, and things to pick up on, instead of just randomly splurting this out with you in a conversation. And at that point, I think I might just slowly shut this down and say thank you for the game, Chester. Thank you for a great series of dual stockpiles. And I'm going to close this now and stop the recording, and then we can have a chat afterwards. So thank you for playing.